Hey everybody, welcome back to Projects with Paul. Today we're going to be installing the Pat's Easy Change quick attach system on my tractor. And this is the kit I bought. It's about $185, free shipping through Rural King. We don't have any Rural Kings here locally, but they ship anything over, I think over $100 they ship for free. Instructions, hardware, the 2 hooks, and the spreader bar. Pretty good deal. The reason I chose this system over the quick hitch is which I really wanted the Speedco quick hitch, but I decided against it because all my implements spit it out, have different widths on their pins. So, like for example, my bush hog, it's about 1.5 inches wider than my box blade, and they're both considerably wider than my tiller here. So I think the Pats will make it a lot simpler. You have to get off the tractor anyway to attach the drive shaft, so attaching the upper link's pretty simple, the top link. So we're gonna do a start to finish installation and then try it out and see how it goes. Alright, so we're just going to do a test fit to see if we need to shim the back of it or not. So pull the cotter pin out, drop the pin on my toe, and now we're going to install it temporarily. Well, that ain't good. Pins don't fit through my bushings. Maybe if I just clean up the edge a little bit, they'll slide in there. Man, are they tight though. It's trying to go. Let me knock the edge of that off and see if that helps. There we go. So it just had a little coating built up on the edge from the, looks like it might be plated or something. A little bit more I think will be good. A little grease or oil might help too. I'm going to grease these bushings before I final install them anyway. Alright, after about an hour, well not quite an hour, maybe 30 minutes of emery cloth and a file, I got these cleaned down and the holes cleaned up enough to where they go in and out fairly easily. Alright, so next what you do is you get it on there and get it lined up with your hole. So then you're supposed to shim the back of it. It comes with a 1/4 inch and a 3/8 inch thick shim, and what you want to do is have this parallel with this. The 1/4 inch shim seemed to be just right there. When you put these pins in, you want to make sure that the hole is on the inside, because that's what your spreader bar drops down into. Alright, and it comes with a roll pin. What you do is you take that, you pound that in there till it's flush, and then you just drop it in this hole on the inside, and that roll pin goes down in that hole and locks it in. So let me get that in. Drops down in there like so. Put a little grease on these balls here. Grease that thing up real good there. Take your set screws, put the jam nut on them, and they're going to go in these holes here. And you just want that to be straight. Run these down, snug them up with a wrench, and then I'll tighten the jam nuts. We'll go ahead and put the cotter pin in over here. And then there's a U-bolt. Looks like this. And that's going to drop in through those two bottom holes. Alright, I'm going to get the cotter pin in there, tighten up these bolts, put the U-bolt on with the nuts on the washers on the bottom. And this side will be ready to go. I'll repeat the process over there. I'm not going to bore you with the details. And we'll get it all installed, get the tractor out of here, and see how they hook up. Okay, so I got both sides on. The instructions tell you to leave the U-bolt and the jam nuts, jam bolts loose, and then set the width for category 1, inside to inside, 26 inches, and then drop a broomstick or something down in there, and that'll help you get them squared up to each other. So you get them squared up just right. That's pretty good there. And then tighten up your jam screws. Tighten up your U-bolt. This is how these things work. It's got this spring-loaded latch. You pull that up, and then these spin around, and that locks it from coming loose. And then you lift it up. So I'm trying to do this with one hand, and you push that back under it like that. So that holds it open and closed, depending on where you have it set, and that'll allow you to unhook from your implement there. So we're going to get the tractor backed out and see if we can hook it up to the bush hog fairly easily. See how it goes. Alright, that wasn't too bad. It comes with these washers here. I need to get a bigger linch pin for this side. Let me show you the other one. It comes with these washers, and your linch pins lock those in place, and that's pretty neat setup. Comes with 3 sets of them, so 6 total. So what I did was I measured inside to inside of my pins on the bush hog, and then I set my quick attach with the spreader bar and locked it in with that, and that kept it just right where. So what I'll do, I guess, is I'll make like a paint mark so I know where the bush hog is. Maybe I'll make a black mark for the bush hog, and then wherever the box blade is, since it's red, I'll make a red mark for it, and then an orange mark for the tiller over there. And that way I can just preset it and back right up to it. Like I said, you gotta, for most of my implements, besides the box blade, you gotta get off and attach the drive shaft anyway. So it's no big deal. The top links are super easy to hook up. It's nothing like the bottom ones there. Alright, I hooked up my drive shaft, and it does fit under the spreader bar, so that's not an issue. I don't have to take the spreader bar off to run the drive shaft on this anyway. My top link is definitely too short. Even when I, see if I can do this, even when I put this out here, I'm still about 2 inches too short. So run up the Tractor Supply and get a longer top link. I'll have to measure this one and see what I need for the new one. I'm gonna fire this up. I got the drive shaft hooked up, and I'm gonna go ahead. I got it all greased up and everything. I want you guys to see how smooth this thing is since I rebuilt it. It's going to shake a little bit on initial startup. Yeah, what do you think? Pretty smooth, huh? That overhaul was well worth it. It cuts nice. I started cutting trails out in the woods in the backyard, and man, it just rolls right through that small stuff. Anyway, So far, I'm pretty happy with the PAT system. Super easy to hook up. I'm going to run up to Tractor Supply and get me a new top link and some bigger lynch pins. This one's a little too small, but I do like the way that works. Oof. A little warm out here. Anyway, thanks again for watching Projects with Paul, and we'll see you next time.